Thanks for the like. Hope you're doing well today. We got a beautiful sunset. Me and old Brito and Dito. Dito's out there shitting in the pond. How courteous of him. Thanks, Chopper. I'm just giving this a test drive. This is truly like the old RPAN days, except I can share the stream while I'm live and it'll stay connected. So I really, really like this. And it lets me broadcast in vertical like the old days. Good to see you, though. How you been? Week going okay so far? I gave myself a haircut today. I literally just took my razor and just started shaving it up. Yep, sure is, buddy. Surely is. I synced it at the same exact spot last night. Got some good energy in it, Chopper. That's a good moon right there. I've been feeling it for the last few days. She's strong. Almost wiped me out about a week ago. Oh wow, look at the reflection on the water, Chopper. Yes, sir. Happy spring equinox. That's what it is. That's why I feel it so much. Happy New Year's Eve. All right, buddy. Be careful, man. Have a good evening. Ah, there we go. Welcome, welcome. Say hello where you is. Look, the fish are coming up. There we go. Welcome, welcome. I know it's slow going here on YouTube, but I do appreciate you clicking the link, stopping by. I'm just out here doing some sun gazing. Finally went down on the other side of the hill over there. Really pretty out today. Just got done cooking the family some breakfast. Now it's time to take a little time. I hope you're doing well this evening. Little fish are jumping up, getting the little bugs off the water. It got done really cold last night. Hey, Bruce. How's your day been? Get all the stuff done you wanted to today? You know, we got that equinox on us. Moon's, I think it's waning. Strong moon. Got the dogs out here with me. They're right there, Perito. I must have an upset tummy. Look, old Dauber Dan down there. He comes out here and starts fishing every evening. Check him out. He's only caught, I think he's caught 2 fish. He don't give up though. I appreciate you clicking on the link there, Bruce. Been a long time since I. Oh, they love the water. They love that water. I'm glad too. Makes for interesting evenings for sure. But I've been thinking about getting back in the groove of posting on YouTube. I see they've made lots of changes and it seems pretty easy now and real quick to get going live. It's not too hard. But you may see more of me around here. Been practicing my guitar quite a bit, writing, looking to sing some songs, maybe share them. Doing a lot of woodworking now, a lot of sawmilling. I'd probably just be sharing a bunch of that. I got a beautiful black cherry tree up there on top of the hill that I'm going to get started on sometime soon. How'd you find the broadcast? Were you did you see the link on Reddit or were you just cruising around on YouTube? I'm always curious of how I'm finding folks. Surprised to see a simple post. I'm glad you said that. That's my exact intention is to kind of extract you from any stress moment situation to bring you to a moment of simple. Just breathing and looking, enjoying, sharing. Just saw it on YouTube. That's cool. That means they're recommending it, I guess, in some kind of way. I struggle a lot, with posting because I've got a very imaginative mind and there's a lot that I want to do, but I find that just the simple is what, people really need right now. I did this a lot during the pandemic and oh, it was monumental. Some folks they don't even have a blade of grass to their name, and I'm very blessed with, being able to take care of this land here. So I like to share that. We get caught up in this rat race daily thinking, you know, we're supposed to be working towards something, trying to embody that success. And I've realized personally over time that to teach competition and to teach um, success the way that we do is really detrimental, to a lot of things that truly relate to living, I believe. There's nothing to compete for. And success can be just finding some shade under the tree. It's nice to be individual. I haven't watched TV in about 12 years. Um, I'll watch movies here and there, but don't watch TV at all. Don't even have TV service. And it's interesting to look out into the world and see how consuming that thought prison can be. And you know they may or may not be important things going on, but to uh, to push that out in the world, just hoping to grab a mind somewhere is so counterproductive. think maybe tomorrow uh, think maybe tomorrow we'll hang out at the back pond. Think that'll be a good spot to watch the sun go down. Yeah, sure, absolutely. I'm very similar. The other night I woke up just in the middle of the night. I love just getting up, no flashlight or nothing, and just walking out into the dark. I live here in East Texas, uh, on a little 40-acre spread that I took over when my father passed away, and it's an old it's an old sacred place of the Nonodarko Indians. Of the they were a piece of the Caddo Confederacy, and the Pine Tree Mounds are just about an eighth of a mile down the road there, and it's really cool to be able to observe, kind of the way nature interacts with this place. The geese fly straight overhead. I don't have to look south. I don't have to look north. The geese fly straight overhead. And it's like little stuff like that I notice that tells me I'm blessed to be where I am. And it brings great inspiration for songwriting. Sitting out here, just kind of looking at it all. We take so much for granted. Our next breath, even, we're nothing but borrowed breaths and no place to pay it back. It's like we get two good heaves of the chest and we're gone. It's literally just a blip. And I think when I really started kind of understanding that, it really made me kind of stop and slow down, look a different direction. I looked inward at that point, and I found a lot of peace since then. And I think, I do believe that this sort of content is important. I think these random connections with kind strangers all over the world, they happen in a weird way at weird times for a reason, I think. And through my experience, I've I've met and been touched by a lot of people and felt the same on their end too. Sometimes I guess just stepping out of your reality into some other reality for a moment with somebody that's kind and listens can really do a lot of good. Not trying to fix anything, not trying to change anyone, just literally just talk and listen. They started cleaning up the property over there on the other side of the road. This land was mining land for a really long time, and so I'm at the very edge of all the property they bought up because the burial mounds being down the road there kind of protected this place. And I walked over there the other day, and I stumbled upon this huge field of iris, just an entire like meadow of iris blooming, and they were paired with daffodil and red-eye buck. And it's like when you see spring coming in that kind of way, the birds start sounding a little bit different, start chirping a little earlier, clouds get a little smokier in the evening. Next thing you know, you got a powerful equinox on your hands. The moon is just standing full in half of itself. What star is that, Bruce? Do you know? I appreciate the likes too. Those are hard to come by, but it does help. Yeah, it's great, right? Welcome, Pirate. I'm glad you clicked on the link. Yeah, yeah, and it was like the red Buckeyes. It's like they were just like watching over from the edge under the oaks. Pine trees they got a share of the curtain. Potter's Creek flows right through here, and I've got an ancient artesian right up here on top of the hill that keeps this pond full. It's absolutely amazing water. I'll make moon water coming up on this full moon. I got a little place in the back pasture. I'll take me a mason jar and I'll go get me some of that fresh artesian, fill it up, go set my intentions, and then charge that moon water up on the back 40 over there. And I got a little mirror that I put it on, and I charge it the entire night. And then I usually drink it throughout the next day. Yeah, it's funny how they'll just start peeking through. Surprised they're showing up this well on the stream. It looks to me, this stream looks gorgeous from my screen, actually. I'm really grateful y'all clicked on the stream. I thought I was going to be standing here for 45 minutes talking to the air. I would have done it, like, you know, no big deal. But yeah, I enjoy that. I do enjoy it. I enjoy the energy that surrounds it because I've got a good, wholesome heart. I got a pure heart. And I think when you interact in a pure way with that energy, that's exactly what it keeps. We always have to remember we're never promised our next breath at all. It was never promised and always borrowed. You know, some people believe if you know where the moon was, in what house the moon was in at the moment of your birth, it has great insight that is is really eerily accurate to like who we are as people. Um, and I'm saying this personally; it resonated with me in that way, um, and I've kind of kept up with it. So it's drawn interest to knowing where the moon is at for me because I'm a moon child. I'm also a water child. What does the moon water do for me? Well, like Bruce said, it's definitely a ritual. You know, that word has been tabooed, you know, but it's a good word. It is a ritual, and it's a ritual that helps me keep the good energy or whatever intentions I set. So if you understand and you believe that everything in this existence happens because of a vibration, then what that means is all the light that comes at us from anywhere, all the sound, all the everything, it happens in vibrations and energy. And so if you put water retains memory to the things that influence it. So it's very subject to the things that surround it or interact with it. And so if you sit there and you intentionally set intentions on that water, you can even write them down on a note. If it needs to be a little more material for you, you can write your intentions down 3 times, 6 times, 9 times, however you want to do it, and you put it under that water. It needs to be in a glass jar. It needs to be pure water. No tap water because of the chlorine and the things that people put in city water or whatever. You can boil water if you want to make sure that it's pure. And you sit there and you put the water out. You can put a little napkin over the rim of it and put a little rubber band on it, and you just hold good energy for it. And whether you believe or don't believe, um, you know, that is what it is. But I believe, and then therefore I know. But that believing becomes knowing, and it's just a very good energy for me. It's something that I feel is looking out for me that's greater than me. My wife would communicate with mothers in her line each full moon. My daughter continues the connection with her mothers. See, you know, the family tree, you may know this, but the family tree at one time was actually a tree, because in the old days, in the olden prehistory days, in the north, the father, when he was burned on his altar, the family would collect the ashes, because the spirit goes on. The soul is in the ashes. And so they would take those ashes and they would go and they would bury them under an oak tree. And that was the father's tree. That was the father's side. And the mother, her ashes would be put under the ash tree. And that's where the concept of family trees came from. And so eventually, in that, you would have a grove, and these groves became sacred. And that's where the sages would go, and they would speak with their ancestors and do their rituals and be one with nature. So just some little wisdom is the ash is for the mother, and the oak is for the father. And that's where we get family trees. Of course, we don't do these practices anymore. I told my wife there in the chat, Bethany, welcome, dear, that I want them to burn me on the pond and bury me out under that oak. This is crazy. I got 5 people watching the sunset with me. I'm working on a little project I'm trying to get put together of a better way to take the collective breath. So I think it's really cool that when people are sitting anywhere they are in the world and they're staring at a screen, that if everybody involved, they stop and we take a breath together collectively. I think that holds really good energy. So I always coined kind of a time of collective breath. So hopefully I can get it figured out to where no matter what platform you're on or anything like that, that everyone can join at a certain time and have a collective breath together, whether you're grieving something, whether you're hopeful for something, or looking for connection, whether, whatever. It's just the point of being with others with really good energy. Where are y'all watching from, if you don't mind me asking? Look, there's Orion right there. Can't see it very well, but South Florida, Zen Pirate. I lived in Citrus County for a while. If y'all enjoy this kind of content and have enjoyed yourself while you're here, feel free to hit the subscribe button. I plan on producing more content here on YouTube. I see they changed some things up that really align with what I got going. And so I'd love to come here in the evenings and chit chat with y'all, share some time together. It really makes me feel good. I'd be grateful for it. And you might catch me during the daytime when I'm working in the shop. Look, I got my lone little duck decoy holding the pond down. All right, y'all. It's starting to get chilly and I'm starting to get bit by a few mosquitoes. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'll leave y'all with a little message that kindness is free. It's absolutely free. The payoff is wonderful. So with that being said, we need to be the reason that somebody else has a good day, because we're not promised our next breath, and every one that we take is borrowed. So just be kind with yourself, and just know that it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to take time for yourself. Peace, brother. Take it easy, Bruce.